back. Boom, 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 boom. How, 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 how.
So another week and another Thursday night on the Boulevard. This week we again have one of those big block beauties from the 1960s. This one is an Oldsmobile 442 with two big pluses. First, it's a convertible. A new soft top just replaced, and it's really nice. Second, this 442 tears down the highway behind a massive 455 cubic inch big block. Also this week, we're going to dance around the Boulevard with our camera once again in tow and capture some of the custom classic car activity that pops up here and there. It's a segment that we call Boulevard Sights and Sound Bites. But first, our featured custom classic car, that 1968 Oldsmobile 442. This vehicle is for sale. You can bid on it by sending an email to highbid@southwestccc.com. And remember, sales at Southwest Custom Classic Cars are always net, net, net. There are never additional fees, taxes, or commissions. Now, meet the owner of our 1968 Oldsmobile 442.
This is one of those cars that you want for a number of years and finally somehow managed to scratch your way up through the old cars to the point that you find one that looks reasonable, is priced fairly reasonable, doesn't need more than $10,000 or $20,000 work on it to get it in good shape. And you say, I'm going to spring for this one, and you do so. Then you go through all of the things that you have to go through to make the car right and to make it yours. Done that too. Then you say, this car I'm going to keep for the rest of my life. How many cars have we said that for now? This one is now finally going to go on the market because we are thinning the fleet, as they say. The reason for thinning the fleet partly is it's an age thing. We have about 10,000 in this car after obtaining it. And starting with the top down, or the top up, whichever you choose, it is a convertible. It does have a new top on it. It has a new cloth top, and it was done right. New pads, new wires, and new weather stripping on the top. Going inside the car, just before we bought the car, it had most of the interior put in. We did have to add some new carpet. It was rather sun-faded. Put in some seat belts. And the biggie, this was not an air-conditioned car when it was built. And it is a vintage air-conditioned car now. It blows really cold in the summer, and it blows really warm in the winter. As a matter of fact, you can ride with the top down in the summer in Lake Havasu with the air conditioning on high speed and stay cool in the front seat. Now there's one for you. We added some digital gauges and did a little trim work with door handles and window winders and things like that. Even managed to find those hard to find, those elusive plastic plates that mount behind the door handle. Found those. The guy was closing out his plastic chroming shop and had one set of those left to fit that car, and we were lucky enough to score them. The car does have a stereo. It didn't work when I got it, as far as I know. It still doesn't work. We're not pretty much stereo people. Just love listening to the dual exhaust on it. Dual exhaust is coming from 455 cubic inch big block that has kind of a lumpy cam in it. Has 4-barrel on it. We put a new Edelbrock on it. And just before we got it, it had a new aluminum radiator installed, a new alternator, new brake booster, and master cylinder. We went ahead and put drop spindles on it, 2 inches in the front, added disc brakes to the front, which then necessitated getting new wheels because the disc brake kit doesn't work with 14-inch wheels. Found some Traeger wannabes that are billet wheels, new ones, and they kind of match the age and the authenticity of the era, if you want to put it that way. Also, we put new bumpers on it. There are new bumpers on the car, front and rear. And halogen headlights, a set of 4, all set up on a relay just like they're supposed to be. Light up the night. There are a number of other little things that were done to the car, new seals here and there, and all the little things that you forget about is after you're into the thousands, you don't count the $20 bills anymore. But the car is reasonably right now with its new steering system on it. Every removable part was replaced in the steering. New shocks were put on front and rear. A new sway bar was added at the rear. And new springs, rear springs, that are 2 inches shorter. So the car has a great stance now, as you can see from the pictures. The top mechanism works just fine. Top goes up and down. Does everything it's supposed to. Most everything has been done that needs to be done to the car. I can't really think of anything that's been left out.
is some awesome vehicle, top up or top down. Now, let's look at the fine print. It goes like this. If you like this 1968 442, or for that matter, any other vehicle you find on southwestcustomclassiccars.com, send an email to highbid@southwestccc.com. Notice that we've tried to help you out a little so you don't have to type quite so much, and we have shortened the email address. The CCC is obviously Custom Classic Cars, but now you don't have to type it all out. Just highbid@southwestcustomclassiccars.com. Now, once we receive your email bid, we will pass that on to the owner, and we step out of the picture. You and the owner work it out. We do not charge, nor do we accept any fees, taxes, or commissions. So if you want to drive around town in a classic style, a 1968 Olds 442, jump on your computer. Let's hear from you. highbid@southwestccc.com. This is Lake Havasu, Arizona, along the eastern side of the Colorado River. Just on the other side, the western side, is California. We're pretty much a desert town with a river and a lake, and that makes it pretty nice. And a wonderful place to store the jewels of the desert, custom and classic cars in a low humidity environment. You hear often on the boulevard that Lake Havasu has more custom classic cars per capita than any place else on the planet. I'm not sure who came up with that figure, but I don't think I would challenge it. Many of our residents don't just have one classic or custom, they have a garage full. Many have garages that are more like museums than garages, and that's great for us. On Thursdays, they bring them out to show them off right here on the boulevard. This piece is the Boulevard Sights and Sound Bites.
You gotta sit on the
Hello, my name is Bert Kalita. Got on camera here. I
1934 Ford truck. Originally my wife bought it. It was basically a stock truck. I wanted to make a rat rod out of it, but she wasn't seeing it, so 3.5 years ago we started working on it. Favorite color is silver and black. It's a 1934 Ford truck. It's been chopped 3 inches. It has a small block, dart block. Cubic inches are 406. It's got Demon Tri-Power. It dynoed at 485 horse. It's got TCI frame and chassis. Disc brakes on all 4 wheels. It's got a 700 R4 trans. Custom exhaust was done by Richards Performance Muffler in Oceanside, California. And it's a fresh build, completed about a couple weeks ago. Only thing left, we're waiting in line to get the interior done. It needs headliner carpet. We initially painted the door panels to match the truck. The wheels are billet specialties with a matching steering wheel. It's full fendered, all steel construction, no fiberglass. The cab, the bed, tailgate, the hood, the cowling, the radiator grille, it's all 1934. Just one other note, Havasu Auto Body here locally had shot the paint. Me and my wife came up with a color scheme, and they sprayed it, and then we polished it.
Take a breath for a second, plug your stuff, feel the space that both of these cars have on their together.
As you can see, the Nova next to it is a 1967 Chevy 2 Nova. I originally purchased it in 1967. We used it for our shop car for a long time, and then I decided to make a Pro Street car out of it. So we got the Sawzall, we started cutting everything we could out of it. It is now a full frame steel chassis car with a 12-point roll cage welded to the chassis. It's 4 wheels with disc brakes, TCA coilover A-frame front end suspension. It has a chassis work 4-link, Ford 9-inch with a Detroit locker. It runs 1060s as it sits. It's got 12-inch beats in the back, sitting on weld aluminum wheels. Fuel cell in the trunk. The engine is a 406 dynoed at 585 horsepower. It has a Demon carburetor, custom-made headers, dart heads, 205 on the valves.
buttons up. Can you hear me? Okay. We're in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, and this is my 1932 Ford three-window coupe. It has a small 350 block with a 671 blower. It has two 600 carburetors on it. This car here is lowered. It has complete restoration on the interior. It's ultra leather, suicide doors, tilt steering. It also has a 350 turbo automatic with 411 gears for a 9-inch rear end. It has a 4-link suspension, large tires. Very, very interesting car. I've had it for a couple of years, and I'm just starting to get it to where I think it's ready to be shown a little bit better. But like everything, all these hot rods, there's always something to be done to it on a daily basis or a week. But this is a drivable car. It's a car that's easy to drive, fun to do, and my wife likes it. And it's got a full stereo system in it. It's got tinted windows all around. It got electric doors. It's got poppers. It has electric windows. It also has electric antenna. And most of the wheels are made from all aluminum. They are from a local company here in California. Steering wheel. Got a trunk, small trunk. It's got a 15-gallon tank.
Hello, this is Bob Call, and this is my 55 Chevy 210 Bel Air. It has a 350 4-bolt main, 40 over, which is the 357. It makes 700 horsepower in the dyno, 594 to the rear wheels. Has a 400 turbo, Hughes transmission turbo. Car was all professionally built by Chuck Worsham of Worsham Racing, father of Del Worsham. It's has a 4-link that was put in by Victory Race Cars in California. Car's all professionally built, done right. It's a nice driver. It's a little pissed off every now and then, but it'll get the job done, and hope you enjoy it.
So here's the easiest place to find us, southwestcustomclassiccars.com. From there, you can link to many pages of Boulevard cars of Lake Havasu and Tucson. It's all there for the clicking. Featured Boulevard classics, custom classics available to buy, and classics that have found new owners through visitors that have come to our webpage. Remember, for those of you looking for a new ride, or if you want to sell the ride you own, we charge no setup fees, no taxes, and no commissions to either the buyer or the seller, ever. So from the Gears and Beers event and Southwest Custom Classic Cars, this is Thursday, and it's done. Adios.